Hello friends, welcome to a new topic today. In this session, I would like to deal with all the images which are present in the netters and all the theory part which is related to those images in the netters. Okay, so first we will see with the anterior view of the skull. Okay, so this anterior view of the skull is also called as, there is one more name for this, which is called as norma frontalis. This anterior view of the skull is also called as norma frontalis. We will learn about all the details about this anterior view of the skull. First, we will see the bones which are seen in the anterior view of the skull. So this is the first bone which you see, which is blue color. So this is frontal bone. Then you have these orange colored bones which are seen. These are called as nasal bones. See, this is the nasal bone, and these bones, green color bone which you see, this is called as maxilla. So see, all these are the names, maxilla. So this is maxilla. Okay, and you have this orange color bone which you see, this is the zygomatic bone. Okay, so these are the features of zygomatic bone, these are the features of maxilla. Okay, then you have this bone which you see, this is the mandibular bone. So these are the main bones which you see in the skull. Okay, first we will see the frontal region of the skull. This frontal region here, this frontal front part of the forehead, this part is formed by the squamous part of frontal bone. This is squamous part of frontal bone if you see. Okay, now below on each side in the medial plane, if you see, this articulates with the nasal bones. Okay, this frontal region has following things. See, it has a glabella here. If you see, this is the glabella. Okay, it has, see, this frontal bone features, if you see, it has a glabella. Then it has the supraciliary. So this is the supraciliary arch. What is this? This is the supraciliary arch which you see here, and then this also has the frontal eminences which are present here above the supraciliary arch. This eminence which you see, this is called as frontal eminence. Okay, so these are the main features of this skull. Next, this frontal bone. Then let us see about the orbital openings. So this is the picture again from the netters, same picture, and here we will see the orbital openings in detail. So this is the orbital opening. Okay, orbit has mainly the four margins: superior margin, lateral margin, inferior margin, and median margin. This superior margin, if you see, it is formed by the frontal bone only, right? It is formed by the frontal bone. This is the lateral margin. In the lateral margin, the upper part of the lateral margin is formed by the frontal bone, whereas the lower part of the lateral margin, what is this? This is the zygomatic bone. Okay, lower part of the lateral margin is formed by the zygomatic bone. In clear, if you even wanted to know the part of the zygomatic bone, see, this upper part of the lateral margin is formed by the zygomatic process of the frontal bone, whereas this lower part of the lateral margin is formed by the frontal process of the zygomatic bone. Okay, below this lower part, this inferior margin is bounded by the zygomatic bone laterally, and you have maxilla which is seen medially. Okay, and this medial part of the orbit is bounded by above by frontal bone and below by maxilla bone. If you want in detail, this superior part or upper part of the medial border is formed by the maxillary part of the frontal bone, whereas the lower part of the lower part of the medial border of the orbit is formed by the frontal process of maxillary bone. Okay, so this is the orbit boundaries. Now, if you have seen the boundaries in the orbit, you see two foramens which are seen on upper and lower part of the orbit. So this is one foramen, this is other foramen. What is this foramen called? This is called as supraorbital foramen. Okay, this supraorbital foramen has supraorbital nerves and arteries. vessels which are passing through it. What are passing through it? Obviously, as the name says, these are supraorbital nerves and vessels passes through the supraorbital foramen. Below, if you see, we have this one. This is infraorbital because it is below the orbit, so it is infraorbital foramen, and through this which things passes through it? Through this infraorbital nerves and vessels passes through this foramen. Right? Now, once we have learned about this, now you see this cheek. Okay, now we will see, I will put the same picture again. In this picture, if you see, we have uh, this cheek bones. Okay, we will see this cheek part. Okay, this cheek is formed by the zygomatic bones. So these are the zygomatic bones. You see, this cheek is formed by the zygomatic bone. Okay, and if you see properly, here you find a foramen. See, even here you find a foramen. Okay, this foramen is called as zygomaticofacial foramen. Okay, zygomaticofacial foramen is present here. This is important. Then if you see the nose now, nose, this is the external nose, and this external nose is formed. Okay, this is the external nose. This external nose, what are the boundaries of external nose? See, this is the external nose and this is the nasal aperture. Actually, this is the nasal aperture. Okay, here if you see, you can see what these bones. Okay, what are these bones? These bones are nothing but the nasal bones which are formed above, and here on either sides and also on the below, on the either sides and also on the below, you have the maxillary bone or maxilla bone, sorry, maxilla bone, which forms on laterally and also below on either sides of nasal notches. Okay, then these two nasal bones are joined with each other by a suture called as internasal sutures. Okay, and these nasal bones are joined to the frontal process by a suture called as frontonasal suture. Okay, and these nasal bones are joined to the maxilla by frontomaxillary suture. Okay, they are joined to the maxilla by frontomaxillary suture. They are joined to the frontal sorry, I'm really sorry. This frontal sorry, these nasal bones are joined to the frontal bone by frontonasal suture, whereas this nasal bone are joined to the maxilla by nasomaxillary suture. Okay, so these are important things which you have to learn here. Then we have learned about this nasal bone. Okay, we will see about the upper lip now. The same picture again. See, in this picture again, this is the same picture. Here you can see this is the upper lip. Okay, and this is the upper jaw. Actually, this upper jaw is mainly formed by the which bone? It is mainly formed by the maxilla. So this is formed by the maxilla. The upper jaw is formed by the maxilla. So this maxilla, you'll have to know the parts of the maxilla. This part of maxilla which articulates with the frontal bone is called as frontal process of maxilla. Okay, and this part of the maxilla which is articulating with the zygomatic bone is called as zygomatic process of maxilla, and this part of the maxilla which has tooth in it is called as alveolar process of maxilla. And as I have already said, this maxilla has two openings in it. Those are called as infraorbital openings. Okay, now once we have learned about this, next we have to see the different bones and sutures of the anterior thing. So I will teach you all the sutures. One more thing I forgot, we have seen the upper, sorry, yeah, we have seen the upper jaw, definitely. Then what about the lower jaw? What is this lower jaw? This is the lower jaw. This lower jaw is formed by which bone? You all know it is the mandibular bone which forms the lower jaw. And what are you seeing in the mandibular bone? you have two openings in the mandibular bone on either side. Okay, what is this opening called as? This opening is called as mental foramen of mandible. Okay, then if you see, you have this like of ridge, if you see. Okay, what is this called as? This is the meeting point of two mandibles. Actually, during development, these mandibles are developed as two different bones, and they fuse together. Two different bones, and they fuse together to form one mandible, which you are seeing here. Okay, and this is called as, this fusion point is called as symphysis menti. Okay, so this point which you are seeing here, this elevation which you are seeing here, this is nothing but the symphysis menti. Okay, and below the symphysis menti, if you see, you have a triangular part, right? This part, this triangular elevation, this is called as mental tubercle or protuberance. Okay, this part is mental protuberance, and here at the lower point, okay, so this is mental tubercle and mental protuberance. Okay, so these are the things in the mandible which you see. Then if you see, the last thing here is about the sutures. See, if you see, you have those different sutures we will see. This is the frontal bone. Okay, in an infant you can even see one suture which is running like this. Okay, and this is metopic suture which gets fused, which is the suture which is joining the two frontal bones, but this suture gets fused in the adulthood. Okay, then you have this suture which is joining the frontal bone with the maxilla. It is called as frontomaxillary suture. Okay, then we have one more suture which is joining the two nasal bones, and this is called as, it is between two nasal bones, so this is that is in between two nasal sutures. This is between two nasal bones, internasal sutures. The suture which is joining the nasal bone with the zygomatic bone, this is called as nasal bone with maxillary bone, this is called as nasomaxillary suture. Okay, we have one more suture which is joining the nasal bone with the frontal bone. This suture is called as frontonasal suture. Okay, then we have one more suture which is joining the zygomatic bone with the frontal bone. This is called as frontozygomatic suture. Okay, then we have one more suture which is joining the zygomatic bone to the maxillary bone, maxilla bone. This is zygomatico maxillary sutures. So these are the different sutures which you should know in the anterior part of the skull. Then once you have learned about this, now we will see the important things here. Okay, important features. So here there are some things which are seen in the midline. So if you see here, you have in the midline this part which is called as glabella is seen in the frontal bone in the midline, and below the glabella, and this is the root of the nose, and at the root of the nose in the midline you have a projection which is called as nasion. Okay, this is present. It is a medial part which is present at the root of the nose, where two internasal sutures and also frontonasal sutures meet. And you have something called as here, this elevation, if you see, this is called as this is an elevation of this maxillary bone, right? So this is called as anterior nasal spine. This is anterior nasal spine. Okay, then you also have a projection here, as I have said, which is called as, what is this projection called as? This is called as symphysis menti, which is the meeting point of two mandibular bone, and you have the mental protuberance which you see here, mental protuberance in the midline, and you have below, you have something called as mental point also. okay, which is the midpoint at the base of the mandible, and this is called as gnathon. If you see, all these are nothing but see, they are present exactly at the midline, right? So these are called as median eminences which are present. Okay, then similar to the median one, we have lateral parts also. See here, in the lateral part you have three foramina: one superior orbital foramen, inferior orbital foramen, one minute I'll write with a thicker color. See, we have superior orbital foramen, inferior orbital foramen, and mental foramen almost present in the one line. Okay, these are the lateral things which are present, and you have a prominence also which is called as frontal prominence, which is seen here. And one more thing, you have this oblique line. If you remember, if you see, this is the oblique line of mandible, which also is an prominence or important point which is seen in the lateral part of the skull. So these are the important things which you see in the anterior view of the skull. Thank you guys for watching my lecture. In the next class, we will come up with the next topic. Thank you.